and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire. Okay, and this is John the Revelator, okay? And John the Revelator was seeing a vision, okay, from what you call God was showing John the Revelator a vision of this destruction, okay? So he was using his words that he had back then to describe modern day technology, all right? And it says, and I saw the horses in a vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and jacinth and brimstone, okay? And if you read what brimstone is, it's sulfur. That's what brimstone is, it's sulfur, a highly flammable and burning material, okay? That's what you have compiled in those nuclear warheads. That's a part of that fusion technology. And it says, and jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses, warheads. Because what do you have on those missiles? Where does the destruction come off? Is the warheads. All right? Because a missile means nothing unless the warhead is on it. All right? And it says, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of a lion. Okay? And lion means power. Okay? That's what he was saying to represent those heads. It means power. Power was in those heads. And it says, and the heads of the horses was as the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Because when those things hit, they combust, man. Everything in 100 to 200-mile radius is instantly consumed, man. After that thing goes up, that's what that brimstone and fire is mixed, that smoke. Let's keep going, and it says, and by these there was three was the third part, and by these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. Because these missiles are going to be launched all over the planet, man. And I have a map, okay? This is how you say a scenario, which the scholars and your scientists look up. This is not something I did, okay? You can see here the elders brought this out, all right? If you see all these red dots that are placed around the world, this is what you call the aftermath of a World War III scenario, all right? And these little red dots are each hit points that would be actually launched off, because they're not just going to launch one. They're not just going to launch two of them. They're going to launch everything they have, because it's going to be a defense, okay? Russia and these other countries are going to do it because there's not going to be a pass beyond that. That says all for nothing. That's going to be the attitude in those days. Because Russia just launched a pre-test missile over by Syria. If you read your news, so Russia's doing a warning shot, man. This is heating up right in front of your eyes, man. But you people don't want to pay attention to the news, and you want to shop all day. All right? Go back into Revelations 9 and 19. And it says, for their power, or back in 18, it says, by these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, and their tails, from their tails is like unto serpents. Because John was seeing those missiles launch, and the fire stream behind those missiles looked like a tail of a serpent, man. Okay? That's what he's seen, the serpent's tail. That was representing that aftershock when the missile comes back, that afterburn, okay? It looks like a long snake is going into the air, man. And it says, for their power is in their mouths and their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. So where is the power come out of those missiles? In the head. The war head, man. So Revelations is telling you that this next battle that's going to happen is going to be with those missiles, man. Okay? If you want to believe or not, read that again, and it says, it was like serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by this plague, yet repented not of their evil works, or it says of their works of their hands. And they should not worship devils and idols of gold, silver, brass. And what do you have today? You have an idolistic society, man. When you watch American Idol, Okay? You have all these idols here today of gold and silver because you have people worshiping money. They look to money more than they look to the Most High. You look to keeping up with the Jones mentality. What I can buy next. What shiny toy I can get next. What new bike I can purchase. What new car I can go purchase the next year. That's what you people idolize, man. You idolize those finer things in life. You don't take consideration of the next happening, man. You don't think of your future. All right, let's keep reading. That's it on that. Let's now jump to, what was that, Revelations 9. Let's jump to Isaiah 5 and 26. This is Isaiah. Get you more understanding on this third world war that's about to transpire. This is Isaiah 5 verse 26. And it says, and he will lift up an enzyme to the nations from far, and will hiss unto them from the ends of the earth. And behold, they shall come with speed swiftly. And what's that speed swiftly? Because from Russia to America, it takes 30 minutes for those things to travel. 13 minutes. That's all it takes, because it goes into outer space. It hits the outer space where it floats, if you can understand. Okay? And those missiles come back onto the earth, man. It's like a big arch. Like you see in St. Louis, it's a big arch. That's how those things are launched, man. And it takes 30 minutes to complete that rotation through that arch. All right? And it says, and unto them from the ends of the earth, and behold, they shall come with speed, swiftly. None shall be weary, nor stumble among them, because those missiles are guided with computer systems and satellites, okay? That's why they're not going to take a break 10 or 20 minutes into their flight, okay? They're not going to stop. They're going to keep flying. That's where it says they come speedily. And they're not going to stumble because they're called guided missiles, ICBMs, okay? Let's keep going. And it says, none shall be weary nor stumble among them. None shall slumber nor sleep. Neither shall they gird on their loins be loosed, nor the latch of their shoes be broken, whose arrows are sharp and their bows bent, because those arrows or those missiles look like big arrows, man. Okay? They look exactly like arrows. If you're an archer and you arch, you see the back of the feathers, where they insert the feathers is where those flight plates for the missiles are exactly at, man. So they're pretty much big arrows. All right? Let's put it in layman's, they're the Lord's arrows that he designed for the destruction. Okay? And it says, and their roaring shall be like a lion. Did not John tell you that the heads were like lions? Did John the Revelator not tell you that the heads he seen was like lions? And that's what the heads had, was the power in them. That's the warheads John was talking about. Okay, let's keep going. And it says, their roaring shall be like a lion. They shall roar like young lions. Yea, they shall roar and lay hold on the prey, and shall carry it away safe, and none shall deliver it. That means when those things hit, you can't run, man. You can't run as fast as those things can explode, man. Because when the war issues and the final call and that final stroke and that final trump, the Most High is going to launch them, and you ain't going to be able to run, man. Because it takes 30 minutes for this all to go down. And it's going to take a whole hour for the whole job to be done. Okay? So your only salvation and exit out of here is through the Spirit of the Most High and coming back to your true origins. And it's talking to the nation of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are spread out through this planet Earth, okay? Because little do you know, you are the children that with Moses brought out of Egypt captivity, man. And which is brought here today to serve modern day captivity. Let's keep going. That's it on that. So that's letting you, that gives a touch on what John was seeing about those heads and that serpent-like body, which those missiles, they mimic as they launch out of those silos. And this is Zechariah, this is 2nd Ezra 6 and 13. It's going to the Apocrypha, which is a part of the Bible which was taken out after the 1611 because of all this meat they got in here. It's hard to lie